Good morning, everyone. My name is Suzanne Johnson. I am the director of the Longwood Public Library, and I want to thank you all for coming to celebrate with us as we formally begin construction of the new Longwood Public Library. I want to extend a special thank you to the Assistant Director Lisa Jacobs, the Library Secretary Margaret Colarosi, and Head Custodian Vincent Rogers for helping me set up this special event today. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce a number of people who have joined us today, beginning with Senator Ken LaValle. Also, our Supervisor, Edward Romaine. And no event in Middle Island would be complete without our Councilwoman from the 4th District, Connie Kepert. We have Dr. Michael Lonergan, the Superintendent of the Longwood School District. And many members, almost all of the members of the Longwood School Board, beginning with Mr. Phil Reaney, Frank Muraka, Michael LaGuercio, Maureen Silvestri, and the President, Dan Tomaszewski. The library is fortunate to have 5 dedicated volunteers who serve as trustees. This year, the current board consists of Kathrine, Soscia, President, Lauren O'Connell, Vice President, Terry Germano, Secretary, Chris Hanley, Financial Chairperson, and Gail Bailey, I forgot your title. Superwoman, how could I forget? Okay. Many of them have been involved in this expansion since it was first dreamt of years ago. We thank each of our trustees for giving of their time for the betterment of the Longwood community. And I did see Dominic Marangoni here, who was a trustee of this library for more than 25 years. Thank you, Dominic. Phyllis Stern is here also. Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Although the Quorum Public Library opened in 1953 in the former Quorum Schoolhouse, we stand in front of the first permanent public library building in this community, which opened in 1988. Thank you, David Clemens, for your hard work and dedication in getting this building built. Dave, where are you? He's holding his little grant. In the past month, our plans have been approved by the State Education Department, and 2 successful bond sales have taken place. We are truly on our way to creating a better library for this community. We appreciate the support of the Longwood School District and the Longwood Board of Education, and we're thrilled to say Longwood Public Library is proud to be part of the pride. At this time, Kathrine Soscia, President of the Library Board of Trustees, would like to say a few words.
Good morning. Distinguished guests, patrons, staff, and friends of the Longwood Public Library, it is my pleasure to welcome you on behalf of the board to this remarkable day. In the summer of 2011, at our charrettes, we asked the Longwood community to imagine the possibilities, and they did, and therefore this day truly belongs to all of us, the whole community. For some of us, we have waited years for this day. Today marks both an end and a beginning to our renovation and expansion project. The design and development phase, which required the support of so many gathered today, will come to an end. We have passed muster at the State Education Department, as well as at the ballot box. The trustees know that Longwood's overwhelming support for this project is truly recognition of the daily hard work and service of our library staff under the direction of Suzanne Johnson. Our library director has attended to every detail in every phase of this process. Her gentle leadership and broad knowledge is truly impressive. Suzanne has earned the respect of the entire community for the way she has undertaken this project. The move and relocation alone required intense preparation, attention to detail, and hours of toil from each and every member of the library staff, including our new Assistant Director, Lisa Jacobs. The board wishes to acknowledge our deep appreciation for the staff's dedication and the many hours of hard work that have made this all possible. Today, at long last, the construction phase of this project begins, and we say goodbye to the building as we knew it. Most important, the trustees continue their pledge to the residents of Longwood to fulfill their fiduciary responsibilities and will diligently oversee the construction phase of this project along with the building committee. In closing, we once again extend to you our deepest appreciation for your support in making today a reality. We'd also like to thank the Friends of the Library for supplying the refreshments for today's events. Your support is genuinely appreciated and acknowledged with gratitude. Lastly, afterwards, the trustees will ask you to join them as we prepare to break ground for our new addition and begin the transformation for this building. We invite you to join us for those refreshments. Thank you all for coming, and let's celebrate together.
Next, I would like to ask our supervisor if he would like to step forward and say a few words.
Come on, Ed.
We know he's a former history teacher. So.
All I would say is as this building rises, everyone here, everyone in this community has demonstrated their belief in the future and what will follow them, because you build for the future. And when this door opens up, you have done what great societies have done, focused on the future of where we're going. Thank you.
Okay, it is a great pleasure to be here today. As we all know, this building is really the hub of the entire Longwood community, and is only going to get better with this planned expansion. So both the supervisor and I came with certificates of congratulations. So I will give those to our very, very capable Suzanne Johnson, the director of Longwood Library. And once again, congratulations to the entire community for this great expansion of the Longwood Library.
I got to tell you, I agree with Mrs. Kepert about how important this building is to the Longwood community. But it is a lot more than a building. This is a culmination of Longwood community's vision of the future, as expressed at full house attendance charrettes that were held to gather concepts, ideas, and goals. It is more than a library as defined by Webster's Collegiate Dictionary, and I quote, a place of books or reference materials kept for use but not for sale. Pretty dry, I'd say. There is no doubt that the Longwood Public Library meets that definition, but even the most casual user of the facility would agree that this library is lots more than that, because it is a library that is so many things to so many people. A couple of examples. This is a library where you can come in and get your blood pressure taken. This is a library that gets you a discount on the Long Island Railroad, so you can use free passes to various New York City museums. This is a library that has programs for infants who have not even learned to crawl yet. On the other end of the scale, I'm getting familiar with this one, this is a library that provides elder care counseling to senior citizens. Well, I gotta run now, because I want to register for next week's Red Hot Mama's top dance performance at Holiday Favorites. It's true. And hey, what are we waiting for? Let's start breaking that ground, guys.
Okay. Our final speaker will be the lead architect from Peter Gisolfi Associates. And may I introduce Peter Gisolfi?
I'm fully intimidated, and I'll try and make it as short as possible. Okay. Is this working? Yes. Okay, good. All right. I thought I'd say a few things about what we're doing practically here. And we are expanding the building, we're renovating it, and the total of those two is going to give us a significant transformation. Let's talk about the expansion. The library will go from 31,000 square feet to 46,000 square feet. That's going to give us significantly larger children's room, a whole new teen area that we've never had before, and larger adult library on 2 floors, both the first and second floor. In terms of renovation, we're changing the whole exterior wall so it's really insulated. We're putting in new energy-saving windows. We're improving all the mechanical systems, all the controls. and we're doing even renovations out here in the parking lot to rearrange service and other functions. In terms of transformation,
He only has a 4-page speech, okay?
only 4 pages, but I go fast. There's a new order, a new arrangement to the whole library. The meeting rooms will be on the first floor where they belong. There'll be a new main reading room facing south where the current stack installation exists. The building will be clear and legible, and there'll be a real focus to where you go, and there'll be kind of a understanding that's automatic. Second transformation factor is tying back to nature. We're going to have windows all over the building so it works with daylight. We are going to have a focus to the south, to the nature preserve, the 4 acres that you wisely purchased, and we're going to have daylight everywhere. Transparency is another feature of this transformation. Transparency means not only do we see outside, not only do we see the nature, but between the spaces in the library there'll be glass walls so we can see what's going on. It makes it easier for the staff to help the public and make sure everything's under control. Flexibility is another important point. We won't have the fixed book location. In the future, things will change, and this building can change along with it. So, and finally, in terms of exterior identity, we will enhance the Civic presence on Route 25. We're going to have windows, a reasonable facade. We'll have a welcoming entrance on this side. We'll have the green, the glass on the south facing the green space. Just in closing, I think, I come a little bit as an outsider because I come from 70 miles away, and I think that the community effort here is extraordinary. It's just a pleasure to be a part of and to watch. I wanted to mention that we're working with wonderful mechanical engineers from Talbot, with Sand Pebble as builders, with Chick, who's done all the environmental stuff, with the wonderful site engineers, and with architects in my office and landscape architects. This is a vision which I know your board has had for a long time. The key person that we've interacted with, of course, has been Suzanne. She is determined, enthusiastic, and visionary. This is a community-supported effort. We're delighted to be involved in it, and we expect it to be wonderful when it all comes out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Peter. At the ribbon cutting, we'll have it in the summer, right? So everyone we'll all be in t-shirts and shorts. We're going to close now, and I'm going to ask everyone to walk to the front of the building where there's a little patch of dirt that we're going to dig into, because walking to the west side where a lot of the construction is going to take place is not a good photo op. We had a good photo op out front. And then, please join us for refreshments. I want to especially thank the Middle Island Fire Department for coming out today. They've been on the site a few times in the last few years, and this building is going to be sprinklered, so maybe they won't have to, save the entire building if anything ever happens. But it's been great working with the fire department, with the chief, and so thank you very much for coming.